All right, so let's roll with this axe analogy because it really is much more similar to a golf swing than we think. Now, if you were to do that and you were to swing down on this club, that's kind of how everybody really starts playing golf because it does feel pretty powerful. So if I start playing golf, I start over the top, I'm swinging down like an axe way across it, and that ball starts to slice way off to the right. And even though we feel like we're swinging hard, that ball is just not giving us very good feedback. It's not going where we want it to go. Well, that same analogy isn't too bad. We just have it in the wrong direction. We need to change that swing direction from chopping across the ball to being much more from the inside. Here's what I want you to do to feel this. I want you to set up this golf ball, and if my feet were kind of toward my target, I want you to swing. Instead of down my feet, I want you to swing actually 45 degrees to the right. So if you were to take that same axe, I want you to swing down this way. So the butt end of the club would be facing toward the golf ball. And if you were to let go of this club, it would slam into the ground looking something like that. So I'm basically swinging directly over top of these houses here, just 45 degrees out to the right. Now, it would probably feel pretty powerful, a little awkward because you're well from the inside, but I bet you feel like, again, you could slam this club down in the ground with a lot of speed and a lot of power, and you wouldn't have to be that strong to do that. The obvious question is, all right, Clay, I guess that's kind of neat, but I'm gonna hit it a mile to the right. How is this applicable to my golf game? Well, you're only missing one piece there. As soon as I start to open my body, that gets that club back on plane. So if I swing and I'm just gonna slam this club in the ground, what happens when I start to open my body up? Now all of a sudden I look like a tour player, right? My hips are open, my body's leading the way, the club's coming from the inside, all this good stuff is happening that I've always wanted to happen in my swing, and it looks just like what you'd see with a tour player. So go ahead, I'll have this same feeling here that I just described to you, swinging 45 degrees to the right and then just letting my body open up. Let's go ahead and try that out and see what it looks like. There we go, hammered that one. Right down the middle of the fairway. I felt like I had a lot of clubhead speed and I didn't feel like I had to put out that much effort. It felt very powerful, like I was chopping with that axe. Now, one of the reasons that this works to get that effortless clubhead speed is that when the club comes from the inside like this, if I keep everything moving back into the left, and you'll hear Ben Hogan talked about this a lot, moving the hands back up and into the left. So my hands and my body are moving this way. I'm opening everything up and all my momentum is going that way. Well, that can only work if I'm from the inside already. I'm letting that club from the inside. As I turn back into the left, that flings the club out toward the golf ball and it creates a lot of momentum there. So you really don't feel like you have to swing out to the right. That club's momentum is going to happen that way whenever you just open up the body. Now the second piece of this would be the club face. So now we got the club coming from the inside, the momentum is kicking it out, you're getting a lot of club head speed, that inside out swing path. If you're still hitting it a little straight, so it's kind of going right, it's wanting to draw back, but it's not quite drawing back, there's a little trick you can do with your hands to get this club face to square up very easily. And I go over that in the move section, but quickly here, when you rotate your hand more this way, this is closing the face. When you rotate your wrist this way, this is opening the face. So as you're making this downswing trick, or this downswing feeling, like you're gonna swing from the inside and rotate open, I wanna make sure that my face is squaring up. So I'm gonna feel like my face is down to the ground as I'm doing that. That's what you see with guys like Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson to really get that club squaring up early, and that's really going to make it almost foolproof to get the ball drawing back to the right. So golf can be a lot simpler. You can have some power. All you need to do is feel like you're throwing the club from the inside. If you do that, you can rotate open as hard as you want to, and that club is still going to sling out and square up just like you see the top pros doing that. And then if you rotate your wrist a little bit more as you're doing that, that's going to square the face for you. It can really be that simple. You follow those three things. Throw it from the inside, rotate open as much as you want, and square up the face. It doesn't get much easier than that if you want to hit it really far and really straight.